Hello, Room 29. It's good to see you. Today is Tuesday, and I can see the date on here, Tuesday, March 24th. And today I'm going to read you this book called Brontorino with the help of Junior Fabiani.
I'm doing this,
We are doing a puzzle.
2,000-piece puzzle.
It has 2,000 pieces and we are not making very much progress. I thought I had all the end pieces, but it turns out I only have half of them. So we have a lot of work to do. Okay, let me give you a few more
This is really hard, but I'm just doing inside
exciting
right
views into my life, and then we'll read this book. So we're going to walk through my husband's office, which is right here. He has, you can see there's his office. He has 2 seats for him and somebody else. And there is Trump on the TV. Trump says there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Well, we'll see, Trump. We'll see about that. So let's see. My light at the end of the tunnel is that I get to talk to you guys on my phone all the time. That for me is good. Maybe Trump's right. Maybe there are some good things that have come out of this. What good things have happened to you guys since we've had to stay in our house? You could tell me about it, or you could write me about it, or you could draw me a picture about it. Now I want to show you 2 dogs. I put these dogs inside their cages, and one of the dogs, Annie, is being a very good dog. And one of the dogs, Oliver, you are going to be able to see evidence for yourself that he has not been a very good dog. So let me show you Annie first. I don't want to give away the spoiler, so I'm going to do this slowly. There is Annie. Now, if you see something green on the floor, that's a spoiler for what I'm about to show you. So there's Annie. She's being good. She has a new bed in there. It's brand new. It's clean. It's very warm. It's a nice place for her to stay. Now here comes Oliver. Now there's Oliver inside his bed. Oliver also has a new bed inside his crate. And it's not green. It was a white color and it had some blue on it. But Oliver has taken out almost all the stuffing. So there's Oliver. Oliver, there's Oliver looking at us. His ears backwards. He looks a little bit like, like he knows he's done wrong, but he's not making it any better. Every time we clean it up, he does it again. So anyway, there he is. Now we're back to me. Now let's go walk through my kitchen. Well, you can't walk through my kitchen because my cabinet has fallen apart. And now the shelf is on the floor. And there's food on the floor. So somebody took out the whole shelf and put the food on the floor. So as soon as I'm done with this video, I'm going to investigate that. Our cabinet does need some repair, and we're going to go to Home Depot. As soon as we need to go to Home Depot, that's on our list of things we're going to pick up at Home Depot is some tools to fix that shelf. You can see my counter right there is messy full of food. Those are all school lunches I picked up yesterday from Castro Valley and Hayward. We got a lot of school lunches, which we're using for snacks. And tomorrow we're going to go pick up more school lunches. School lunches are from 11 to 12 at Tyrell. That's the closest one to you guys. If your parents let you go, or your parents, they could go without you and just say, I don't want to bring my kids. Please give me the lunches. They could try it. I think they're putting in chocolate milk. That's all I'm saying.
Can I have chocolate milk there?
That might be Castro Valley, though, because we picked up stuff from there. So I'm not 100% sure it's Hayward that has the chocolate milk. But anyway, now let's look at my son, Jackson. Jackson's in 6th grade. It is, what time is it? 5 o'clock? 5:07 p.m. And here's Jackson in bed. There's Jackson. And he is watching something on TV. Let me show you it. And maybe you guys know what it is. I know I do not know what it is. What is it, Jackson?
Markiplier.
What?
Some YouTuber named Markiplier.
Some YouTuber named what?
Markiplier.
Markiplier. Why aren't you watching Pamela Illis's YouTube channel?
Oh no, it's not good enough for me.
Well, as soon as I'm done making this video, you're going to be watching the Pamela Illis YouTube channel because that is the best. Whoa, props to Miss Illis. All right, I'm about ready to start the book. First of all, I want to give a shout out to Emily and Lucy, whose mom I talked to today. I miss you girls very much. I hope you see this video as soon as you see it. Write to me on Class Dojo because I miss you. And let's see, I talked to Daniela. I talked to Arthur's mom and a little bit Arthur. I talked to Anissa yesterday. I talked to Alexis's mom, and I'm looking for you, Alexis. So when your mom's home, call me up.
Hi, guys.
I talked to Ernesto's mom. I'm looking for Ernesto. Juna, wait a minute. I talked to Jaime online, but if you want to call me, you could call me. I talked to Jalen the other day, but it's been a while. Kenny, I haven't talked to you for a couple days. Luis, haven't talked to you today. Mauricio, maybe I'll get to see you tomorrow at school. We'll see how that works at the computer trade-off deal. We'll see if I get to see any of you. If you come in and pick up your computers, that would be really cool. Neil Marie, I'm looking to talk to you again. Renee, I talked to your mom. I know you're good. Rexon, I talked to your dad. I know you're good. Saeed, I talked to you yesterday and I called you by accident. Serenity, I got to talk to Serenity for a long time. Uriel, I'm still looking for you, buddy. If anybody sees Uriel, tell me. Victoria talked to you. Yair talked to you. Yenfer talked to you. Zahara talked to you. And Zelda talked to you. So I'm doing good. I'm talking to everybody. If you miss anybody and you want their phone number, ask me and I'll give it to you. All right, now we're going to start the book. Brontorino by James Howe. Illustrated, oh boy, we're going to do this better this time. Brontorino by James Howe. Illustrated by Randy Cecil.
Well, that's a hard name.
That is a hard name. Brontorino had a dream. I want to dance. And the sign says, Madame Somebody's Dance Academy for Girls and Boys. And there is the dance teacher, and there's the girls and boys. And there is the Brontorino.
And where is... And there's one more person.
And Juna's here. But Juna, don't interrupt the book reading. Sit down. Sit down on your bottom and listen. Crisscross applesauce, preferably, just like we're at school. Readers, listeners, sit crisscross. Show your family how we sit in a circle. Make your brothers and sisters sit crisscross applesauce so they know how to do it when they get to school. We got some kindergartners coming up, right, Carrie? But you are a dinosaur, Madame Lucille pointed out. True, Brontorino replied, but in my heart, I am a ballerina. There's the picture of these two.
I'm going to get something to eat real quick.
She is too big, and she does not have the right shoes. Oh, but look at the Brontosaurus. She is on her tiptoes. She's being a dancer. Remember, this book and all these books we're reading are about determination. And determination is figuring out what you want to do and doing it any way you can, as hard as you can.
Mama, can we eat the Oreos?
Over there and quietly. Madame Lucille wondered what to do. She had never had a dinosaur as a student before. Dinosaurs were rather large, and this one certainly did not have the right shoes. But then she felt Clara and Jack tugging at her skirt. Oh, please, they pleaded. Now let's see. There they are tugging at her skirt. Madame Lucille looked into the dinosaur's eyes.
Mom, can I please?
No. Answers no to anything right now if you interrupt my book. You may sit down and listen. Hey everybody, did you just hear Miss Illis talk to Juna the way I talk to you guys a lot? That's true. If you interrupt me when I'm reading, I'm going to say no to anything because you have to wait until I'm done reading. I think Juna would know that by now. I guess she hasn't been in my class as long as you guys, because you guys all know that rule.
I've never been in
Well,
class.
now you know, Juna. Madame Lucille looked into the dinosaur's eyes. What is your name, my dear? Brontorino. Brontorino Apatosaurus. I even sound like a dancer. Don't you agree? Madame Lucille did agree. How could she not? Oh, people that like dinosaurs and Uriel, this is an apatosaurus. That's a real dinosaur. This is not a real dinosaur. This is not real. This is fiction. This is not nonfiction. It's not even realistic fiction because dinosaurs don't talk. And there are no dinosaurs, but there used to be.
And no dinosaur could ever want that. Because well, they could, but they wouldn't know.
All right, I'll show you the whole picture and then the picture up close. Welcome to Madame Lucille's Dance Academy for Girls and Boys, she said. Please try not to squash the other dancers. Music, Magnolia, she commanded the piano player. As Magnolia began to play, Madame Lucille turned her commands to her students. That reminds me of when I was a girl. I took ballet and we had a piano player in my ballet class. That was probably the coolest part, having a real piano player play the piano. Can any of you play any instruments? Can any of your relatives play any instruments? I would love to hear about it on Class Dojo.
Well, I sing, Mama.
I know.
And I used to do piano, but I don't like doing it.
All right, the first page says plie, and they're all doing a plie, which is when you stand with your feet together and you point your toes out, you point your knees out, and then you bend down, and that's called a plie.
And you put your arms like that. Like the dinosaur.
Sometimes you put them up, sometimes you leave them at your hips. Okay, the next picture says relevé. And I don't know that word, but I think it means stand up and put your arms over your head, stand up on your tiptoes, because that's what they're all doing. They're on their tiptoes.
Oh, that's also a kind of spin where you...
Arabesque. An arabesque, I know that one. You put one arm in front, one arm in back, one leg down, and the other leg in back, and you kick your leg up.
I can do it
and
like
you
that.
stay there, and you go on your tiptoe and leave your leg up, and that's an arabesque. And you should probably be practicing that now, just like Juna is. Do an arabesque.
Yeah, but it's hard.
I'll wait for you.
Wait.
Go ahead, Juna. Show him an arabesque. Okay, there she goes.
It's hard to balance.
All right, the next one says jeté. A jeté is a jump. I don't know exactly how they're doing it, but it looks like they're on one leg in the back, one arm up, one arm back, and they're jumping. Jeté.
Wait, they should we should ask them take a video and show it to us.
All right, if you're dancing and you have a video for me, I would love to see it. That's true. All right, let me keep going. What a graceful dancer you are, my dear, Madame Lucille exclaimed. Brontorino blushed. On the outside, I'm a dinosaur, but in my heart, you are a ballerina, cried Clara and Jack. But she still doesn't have the right shoes. Still worried about the shoes. You can always buy a pair of shoes.
Well, dinosaur.
So there they are, and there's the dinosaur. She would definitely need special shoes. So they're celebrating her. So that is something wonderful. In the weeks that followed, look out! Help! Hey, watch your tail! The piano! So apparently they had a bunch of near misses of things that almost happened with this dinosaur doing ballet. My ballet teacher used to call it ballet. She didn't say ballet, she said ballet. That just
That's the
came to
same
my
word.
mind. I know, but it's pronouncing it in a different way.
Oh.
Now let's see. Oh, Brontorino, cried Madame Lucille. I'm afraid you are too big to be a ballerina. You barely fit in my studio. And how in the world will a male dancer ever lift you over his head? I could do it, Jack shouted. No, my dear, said Madame Lucille with a sigh. You could not. I told you she was too big. So, her problem is they don't have a boy big enough to dance with her. They need a boy big enough to lift her up in the air. Anybody have any predictions about what might happen? Juna?
There might be another dinosaur that comes.
We'll see. That's a good prediction. We'll see. A tear fell from Brontorina's eye. Downcast, she turned to leave. Oh, Jackson's getting in trouble for electronics.
Or you're going to be sleeping outside.
Uh-oh, he's in trouble back there.
Uh-oh. Slip with the free pigs.
he's going to be in trouble.
Dad only cares about.
Are you ever in trouble? Please keep your rooms clean during this virus time because people are at home all the time. We have to clean our room and you have to help your mom and dad clean up the house. Make sure you're helping them because they have a lot of extra work to do with you guys home all day. Me and Miss Chu clean up after you guys all day long, and we're not here to do it for you today. So you guys need to help your parents out, okay? And if you have a big brother and sister, don't make them do it all. You have to help them out too. All right. Oh, wait a minute. Something is happening in the book. Wait, Clara called out. I'll show you the page first. Wait, Clara called out. Don't go. My mother has been working on a surprise for you all week, Brontorino. She is bringing it today. Whatever are you talking about, Madame Lucille asked Clara. So there's a surprise, something exciting. Here comes Jackson, ready to finally hear something fun.
Oh yeah.
Don't interrupt though. Just then, Clara's mother appeared at the door. You must be Brontorino, she said, holding out the surprise. I hope these will fit. Well, now she has the right shoes. Oh, look at that. They're a pair of ballet shoes fit for a dinosaur. Brontorina beamed. They fit perfectly, she cried. I am a ballerina, or I would be if only I weren't so big. Oh, fiddlesticks, said Madame Lucille. Why didn't I see it before? The problem is not that you are too big. The problem is that my studio is too small. So look at that. She found a different solution. Instead of not having a dinosaur because her room was too small, she's going to probably try to get a bigger room, a bigger space.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah, big brain.
And so the whole class went off to look for a studio big enough to hold all of Brontorina's talent. Too small? Too small. They're looking at a really big room, but they still say it's too small. They should go to our cafeteria at school. It would be big enough for a dinosaur and a Apatosaurus. I think it would. Oh, look, now they're in a barn. And it says, still too small. And she said, still too small. And there's a boy. He says, I have an idea. And there's a cow. And the cow says, moo. Of course, the cow says, moo. Cows don't talk.
Dinosaurs do talk, by the way.
There are no dinosaurs.
Is that not a dinosaur?
Put that back.
It is a dinosaur, but I don't know why it talks.
Oh, and the last page is significant. It says, and it all began with a dream. That is cool.
I knew there would be a boy dinosaur.
We're going to talk about that tomorrow. We're going to talk about the earrings book tomorrow. I want some of you to write to me about earrings. If you missed that one, you could write to me about Brontorina and about how she had challenges to face and about how she kept trying to be a ballerina even though people told her she couldn't. That's called determination. And I have some ideas about math and stuff. And one thing I can't keep a secret, for those of you still watching, if there's any of you out there, you know my vocabulary words I hang on the board? Well, I brought that paper home. I'm going to hang them up right back there. And then we're going to still be able to do our vocabulary words. So you guys will have your awesome vocabulary words. And I brought home as many of those books as I could bring to talk about the vocabulary words. So that for me is really exciting. Now I'd like to give a shout out. Let me look and see on Class Dojo if I have any new posts. If I do, I'm going to give a shout out to you. One last thing, and I'll say this again. I brought home the tickets. If you write to me on Class Dojo, or you do work, or you send me work, or you call me and tell me you did work, or if you do Raz Kids, I will put tickets in the ticket basket, and I will pull out your name and give you prizes for the tickets. Granted, I can't come to your house and give prizes, so I don't even know what prizes I can give you, but I know I can give you a lot of Raz Kids stars, and maybe we can find another game where I can find something to give you, and then I can do the teacher. Dojo. I'm going to for sure give you Class Dojo points. We could do Class Dojo points, and then when we get back to class, I could give you all the prizes. So yeah, I'll for sure give Class Dojo points for any work, anybody who watches my videos, anybody who does anything educational. So if you do anything educational, write to me about it or tell me about it, and I'll give you points. All right?
Maybe.
All right. Bye. Say goodbye, Juna.
Bye, but.
We'll talk to you tomorrow. Goodbye. We missed you a lot.